Hello Bookish friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi, and today we are doing a bookshelf tour. Okay, before we get into the bookshelf tour, I want to thank today's video sponsor, which is Pair Eyewear. I recently started working with Pair Eyewear, and I absolutely love their products. Not only are they adorable, they fit into my everyday life so well. And to add on to that, they are affordable, and I absolutely love their Pair for a Pair program, where when you buy a base frame of eyeglasses, they donate a pair to a child in need. Let's talk about these fantastic glasses. So this is the base frame that I bought. These are the Kirby style. The thing I love about Pair Eyewear is I love to switch out my glasses. I like to try different styles depending on like what I'm wearing, but I'm too cheap to buy like multiple pairs of prescription glasses specifically because they can be expensive. And I love Pair Eyewear because you buy your base frame and then you can buy as many top frames as you want, and look, they just click right on. So I bought myself the Kirby base frame, and then for top frames I bought myself the Harvest Tortoise, the beige, which I absolutely love these ones. I love how like simple but like bright these are. I bought the Chestnut Check from their fall collection. How freaking cute are these? Like, come on. And then my personal favorite is the Gryffindor Plaid from their Harry Potter collection. Their Harry Potter collection is fire. And then the last ones I bought myself are the Tortoise Sun Top. Why I love these so much is because I drive for work. I need blue light glasses because I'm constantly on my phone and I'm constantly on my computer. So if I don't have blue light, my eyeballs hurt so bad, and then I get migraines. So I love being able to like wear these when I'm working, and then the second I get in my car, I just pop on the sun tops. Another thing I absolutely love about Pair Eyewear is the ease of their website. I am somebody who, believe it or not, is technologically challenged, so their website is so easy, and I will show you how to browse their website and pick out your base and top frames now. When you go to the Pair Eyewear website, you will be brought to their homepage where you will see people in their frames. You can shop women, men, or kids. When you scroll down, you'll see how it works. So you choose your base frame, you express yourself with your top frames, and then you rock your style when it gets to your house. You can scroll down and you can see all their different collections, and then you'll see their current collection or their newest collection. And you will continue to scroll down. You can see your different lens options. So you see the blue light filtering, the progressive, light responsiveness, or sunglass lenses. And you will just continue down. There's different things to look at, but then you'll go up. You can shop eyeglasses, you can shop sunglasses, and then this is where you will select your top frames. They have a bunch of different categories, a bunch of different collections. So for instance, I'll show you the Harry Potter one. You can just scroll down and see all their different options. And you just want to make sure that you buy the top frame that goes with your base frame. So let's do it from the start. So we're gonna do shop women. I selected the Kirby frame, so I'm going to select that. They have a couple different color options. You're gonna do build and purchase. You can choose what kind of lens you need. I need non-prescription. I added the blue light filtering, and then you do choose top frame. And then you can scroll through all the different options. The collections are up here, so you can scroll that way and choose whatever top frames you would like, and then you will just add to cart. I love that your base frame starts at only $60, and you can add things like blue light protection, you can add a prescription, you can add progressive lenses. It's so affordable. Like, I've seen other websites where you can do the same exact thing, maybe not customize your glasses as much as you can with Pair Eyewear, but these are just so affordable, and it's so easy to order, and I love their try-on feature that they have on their website. If you aren't sure what kind of style fits your face, you can legitimately go on their website and use their try-on feature. So if you want to try out Pair Eyewear, you can use the link in my description box to get 15% off of your first base frame. We'll also leave the discount code here, which is Lexi's Reading 15. Thank you again to Pair Eyewear for sponsoring today's video. Today's video, I'm gonna show you everywhere I keep books, and I'm gonna go through pretty much every single book as quickly as possible so this video isn't like an hour long. I have a lot of books in this room. Let's not waste any time chatting. Let's just get right into my bookshelf tour. So when you walk into my, what I call my reading room, there is a bed. We used to have a futon here, but it broke, and this bed was in our other room. But this is temporary. I want to get like a cute little like chase lounge, but you come in. Sorry, I could not find room for those books. I have bookshelves from Target. I have books on my wall. And then I have my Big Daddy bookshelf. Oh, and then I have a little TBR card over there. I also have a bookshelf out in our front room, which I will show you, but I'm not gonna go through every book on that because then this video would really be forever. But I also have a home library ambiance room on the TV, so it looks cute. But let's start with the books that are on my wall because that will not take me that long. So let me set you up and I will talk about those books. Okay, so we're gonna start with this shelf right here. These bookshelves I actually got from Hobby Lobby. I'm pretty sure they still have them. They're like one of their, they always have these shelves, I'm pretty sure. I absolutely love these. I never used to be a gold girly, but now I'm like fully gold. And these little candle holders also came from Hobby Lobby and the candles came from Target. So on these shelves, I try to keep them primarily romance books, but there is some thrillers in here just because I didn't have space for them anywhere else. Let's just talk about each one individually. Okay, so on this first shelf, I'm just gonna show you each book quickly. I have Business or Pleasure by Rachel Lynn Solomon. View with a View. I picked up at a little free library by a school near me. I probably will never read this. I probably should unhaul it, but this is Whenever I'm With You by Lydia Sharp. And this is where we get into the randomness. So I have Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore. Absolutely love this cover. And then I have every single Sherry LePage book there is. So this is The Unwanted Guest. This one is Someone We Know, Not a Happy Family, The End of Her, The Couple Next Door, and A Stranger in the House. Then we have Bunny by Mona Awad. I have The Patient by Jasper DeWitt, Sinful Hearts by Jagger Cole, which was kindly sent to me from the publisher, House of Hollows by Crystal Sutherland, The Lake by Natasha Preston, Woman in the Dark by Vanessa Savage, Invisible Husband of Rick Island by Colleen Oakley, Curious Beginning by Deanna Rayborn, Only You by Michaela Jean Taylor, which I also won in a giveaway, Librarian of Auschwitz by Antonio Urtubey, and then lastly on the shelf I have The Family Plot by Megan Collins. Okay. My head is like awkwardly in here. Okay, so on this shelf I have, this is pretty much all romance, so I have Icebreaker by Hannah Grace, 7 Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I'm gonna take this one out so I can easily get these in and out. Fiancé Farce by Alexandria Belfer. I have Better Than Fiction by Alexa Martin. Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. Famous for a Living by Melissa Ferguson. Book Lovers by Miss Emily Henry. When Life Gives You Lululemon by Lauren Weisberger. Forever Never by Lucy Score. The Bookish Life of Nina Hill by Abby Waxman. I have Love Light Farms by BK Borison. Ashford Parker Doesn't Fail by Ashley Herring Blake. One Night on the Island by Josie Silver. Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. Indigo Ridge by Debney Perry. Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas, which my friend Danny from Danny's All Booked gifted me this. I have Getting Clean with Stevie Green by Swan Huntley. The Dinner List by Rebecca Surley. I have Act Your Age, Eve Brown by Talia Hibbert, which this is one of my favorite series ever. This is the last book in the series I have to read. Okay, and then on this last shelf, the first book I have is The Deal by Elle Kennedy. I have Ice Planet Barbarians by Ruby Dixon. The X Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon. Grim Prince by N.S. Johnson, which I was also gifted this from the publisher. Still Life by Louise Penny. Enlightened End by Audrey Carlin. I was also gifted this by the publisher. Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score. I have By a Thread by Lucy Score. The Nanny by Lena Ferguson. Floppy First by Megan McCafferty. Sweet Spot by Amy Popel. The Summer of Christmas by Juliet Giglio and Keith Giglio. 2 books in this series from Ellen Hart. It's Craving and Obsession. I have book 1 and 2. Neon Gods by Katie Robert. Grace by Sierra Simeone. If you like spice, you need to read this book. This book is all spice. Wretch by Emily McIntyre. Just one little note about these shelves from Hobby Lobby. I love them, but they only hold paperback books. They do not hold hardback books that are like, you can't put them this way. You would have to put them like front facing. So just keep that in mind. Now we are at my Target bookshelves. These 3-tiered bookshelves from Target. This stack of books right here are all books I recently got from a library sale, so let's go through those quickly. The first book I have on this stack is actually a pre-order that I just recently got. This is Killing Stalking Volume 4 by Coogie. Croak by Gina D'Amico. Wait Till Helen Comes by Mary Downing Han. Sucker Bet by Erin McCarthy. The Chaos of Standing Still by Jessica Brody. Red Stars by that person. I'm not even gonna try to butcher his name. The Infects by Sean Bedoin. No idea. Missing by Becky Citra. Reader by Hani Van, I don't even know how to say that one either. Architect of Memory by Karen Osborne. Blue Ticket by Sophie McIntosh. The Hierarchies by Rose Anderson. The Honeyman and the Hunter by Neil Grant. If the Witness Lied by Caroline B. Cooney. Divergent by Veronica Roth. The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer Smith. Of Winter Garden by Kristen Hanna. The 13th Tale by Diane Setterfield. Friends and Strangers by J. Courtney Sullivan. This Is Where I Leave You by Jonathan Trupper. The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. The Glass Hotel by Emily St. John Mandel. Lies in Bone by Natalie Simmons. Lee by Penelope Douglas. Station 11, also by Emily St. John Mandel. Writers and Lovers by Lily King. The Silent Wife by Karen Slaughter. The Last Widow, also by Karen Slaughter. Ink and Bone by Lisa Unger. And lastly, Winter People by Jennifer McMahon. I never know how to say her name. I just don't get it. So that's that little stack. Next, we're gonna go on to these shelves right here. Very quickly, these shelves are somewhat organized by genre. Like this first one is basically fantasy and then some historical fiction. These next shelves are mostly book of the month. And there's some thrillers in here somewhere. This one is mostly thrillers. There's some YA and then all my Harry Potter books. This shelf is all thrillers. And then these are just a couple books that I've read. I absolutely hate this bottom shelf because I have a vent right there. And I can't store books in front of it, so it's just like wasted space. Let's go through this top shelf. Here, the first two books I have are a series. So this is The Witch Hunt and The Witch Haven by Sasha Payton Smith. Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares by Lonnie Taylor. I don't know what the name of the series is, but this is a 3-book series. So I have Long Shadow and 10,000 Stitches. I have Half a Soul on a different shelf, so you will see that later, but this is by Olivia Atwater. This right here is the A Court of Thorn and Roses. I thought I was gonna give these books away, but then one of my best friends from college is like trying to convince me to read it, so I'm gonna keep them and I'm gonna try to read the first book in the month of November. Next, I have a couple of V.E. Schwab's books. So this is part of a series. So I have This Savage Song and Our Dark Duet. And then I also have A Darker Shade of Magic and Vicious, also by V.E. Schwab. Here I have Diamond Eye by Kate Quinn. This is a historical fiction. Then I have The Commandant's Girl by Pam Jenoff. From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Then the last book on this shelf is A Tidy Beginning by Joanna Cannon. This next shelf is all Book of the Month books. I absolutely love Book of the Month, and you can get your first book for only $5 when you use the code in my description box. Let's just go through these. The first book I have is Darling Girl by Liz Mikulski. Oops. The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. Choreographers by Peng Shepherd. Magnolia Palace by Fiona Davis. The Other Black Girl by Zakiya Dahlia Harris. What Lies in the Woods by Kate Alice Marshall. The Attic Child by Lola J. Romantic Comedy by Curtis Sittenfeld. The Whispers by Ashley Audrain. The Witching Game by Meg Schaefer. Ink Blood Sister Scribe by Emma Torres. The Most Likely Club by Alyssa Friedland. The Last Party by Claire McIntosh. As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow by Zulfa. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. I have Really Good Actually by Monica Heisey. Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. Happiness Falls by Angie Kim. On this last shelf, I have a continuation of Book of the Month, and then I have mostly thrillers and some random stuff. First, I have Did You Hear About Kitty Carr by Crystal Smith Paul. The Last Word by Taylor Adams. Fantastic author. The Wilder Woman by Ruth Emmy Lang. Wayward by Amelia Hart. Someone Else's Shoes by Jojo Moyes. River Sing Me Home by Eleanor Shearer. And I'm Dead by Hannah Morrissey. My Darling Girl, also by the author I can't freaking figure out how to say her last name. These are no longer Book of the Month. These are just like random books, mostly thrillers. I have A World of Curiosities by Louise Penny. The Cage by Bonnie Kistler. Children of the Hill, also by her. Girl in the Walls by A.J. Noose. Instinct by Jason M. Ho. Things You Save in a Fire by Catherine Center. Chloe Gates Is Missing by Mandy McHugh. Death of a Bookseller by Alice Slater. Honey and Spice by Bula Babula. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Wahala by Nikki May. All right, while we're low, let's just go over these quick couple of books. I have By the Book by Jasmine Galori. A Year to the Day by Robin Benway. As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. This is the third book in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. This Vicious Grace by Emily Theed. Dream Girl by Laura Lippman. And on this shelf, this is primarily thrillers. This book is The Only One Left by Riley Sager. Absolutely loved this. I have The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz. This is gonna go on my winter TBR. Pineapple Street by Jenny Jackson. The It Girl by Ruth Ware. Runtime by Catherine Ryan Howard. I have an early copy of The Fury by Alex Michaelides. I have no idea if that's how you pronounce his name, but I'm so excited to read this. I've loved every book he's ever written, and that's definitely gonna be on my winter TBR. Next, I have the Thursday Murder Club series, so I have book 1, 2, and 3. Yes, it bothers me that book 1 is not a hardcover. Hawthorne School by Sylvie Perry. Stay Awake by Megan Golden. Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Jillian McAllister. None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. The Agathas by Kathleen Glasgow and Liz Lawson. All the Dangerous Things by Stacey Willingham. Also absolutely loved this. These Silent Woods by Kimmy Cunningham Grant. Also loved this. And then for some reason I bought myself like a collector's edition of Black Beauty. I loved horses growing up and I absolutely loved the story. So when I saw this and it was like 50% off, I had to buy it. So that lives there. Next, we have a mishmash of stuff and then my Harry Potter books. So let's just start. So I have 2 books in the Lakeside Library Mystery series. So I have Long Overdue at the Lakeside Library and Murder at the Lakeside Library by Holly Danvers. The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay. Small Affair by Flora Collins. The Girl from the Widow Hills by Megan Miranda, one of my favorite authors. This is As Dead as It Gets. This is the 3rd book in the Bad Girls Don't Die series by Katie Allender. This is super spooky and so good. Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King. Oh, This Is Love by Elizabeth Lim. I love Cinderella, so I can't wait to read this. This May End Badly by Samantha Markham. And End of Watch by Stephen King. And then obviously right here I have all my Harry Potter books and then I have mini Funko Pops I absolutely love. So that's it for these bookshelves. Okay, on to my favorite bookshelf ever. Hold on, let me give you a far away view. So I actually built these bookshelves not by myself, with the help of my parents. I got the piping off of Amazon and just spray painted it gold. And then the wood obviously came from Lowe's. I cut it, stained it, and then put everything together. So I absolutely love these bookshelves. I think they are so beautiful. So let's start with this first shelf. So this first shelf houses my TBR for the month and then the books that I read each month. So far in the month of October, I read Vampires of El Norte, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Everyone Here is Lying, Hunted by Darcy Coates, 19 Claws and a Blackbird, Pumpkinheads, The Unmaking of June Farrow, and I'm currently listening to the audiobook of The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. On this side, these are the books that I want to read in the month of, what month are we in? October. Let's just go through these. I have A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Hawley. I have book 1, 2, and 3 of the Shady Hollow Mystery. The 3rd book is still packed away in my bag. I have Mirror Lake and Cold Clay by Janae Black. I have What the Hex by Jessica Clare. The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin. Mother Thing by Ansley Hogarth. Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Lord by Celeste Connolly. This is an early copy kindly gifted to me. I have Kill Creek by Scott Thomas. A Dreadful Splendor by B.R. Myers. Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. The Change by Kristen Miller. Over My Dead Body by Sweeney Boo. This is a graphic novel. I have Black Sheep by Rachel Harrison. Mr. Magic by Kirsten White. And the last book on this shelf is House of Hunger by Alexis Henderson. Start with this side. So right here I have the Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and then on top I have her newest book, which is The Brothers Hawthorne. Then right here I have a couple Lucinda Berry books. So I have Off the Deep End, The Secret of Us, The Best of Friends, and When She Returned. I have Last Girl Ghosted by Lisa Unger. I have the original copy of Magnolia Parks, which I'm so sad they don't sell it in these covers anymore, but good for Jessa Hastings for getting a deal. And I have Ward by Frida McFadden. And this stack right here, I have Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Our Kind of Cruelty by, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. You're Invited by Amanda, also not going to try to pronounce that. Another book by Jennifer McMahon, however you say it. This is The Drowning Kind. A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. Killing Me by Michelle Gagnon. All the Blood We Share by Camilla Bruce. So this side was primarily like thrillers and whatnot. This side is like literary fiction and then more of my fall TBR. Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. Big Swiss by Jen Began. Mika in Real Life by Amiko Jean. All This Could Be Different by Sarah Thankum Matthews. Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. Rebone A Prayer by Ashley Blooms. The Measure by Nikki Ehrlich. Old Enough by Haley Jacobson. The Night Shift by Adela, I don't even know how to pronounce it, I'm not gonna try. I have A Little Hope by Ethan Joella. In the Weeds by BK Borison. Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. Pestilence by Laura Thalassa, I don't know. The Lost Witch by Paige Crutcher. Small Town Big Magic by Hazel Beck. Is the only purple house in town. Next shelf is pretty much all sci-fi ebooks, kind of. I tried, but let's just go through them. So first I have A Song for the Wild Built, Becky Chambers, book 1 and 2. These are short little novellas. These were both 5 stars. They are so freaking good. I have Dead of Winter by Darcy Coates. I have Fruits Basket by, I'm not even gonna try. This is like a really cute graphic novel. Spy Family, volume 1. Beast of Prey, Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. Juniper and Thorn by Ava Reed. In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. The Bone Orchard by Sarah A. Mueller. 7 Faceless Saints by K. Lobb. Threads That Bind. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that name. The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshani Chatsky. I have book 1 and 2, The World We Make and the World We Became by N.K. Jemisin. The Age of Witches by Louisa Morgan. The Book of Gothel by Mary McMine. 1 and 2, this is also a series by Marissa Meyer. I have Gilded and Cursed. Next, I have Blood Like Fate and Blood Like Magic. This is a 2-book series by Lizelle Sambury. These covers are beautiful. I have The Wild Ones by Naliza Azad. I have Galliant by V.E. Schwab. Here I have 2 copies of Kismet by Becky Charlson. This is an early copy, and then I bought myself a copy when it published. This last shelf is all the books that I've read and like absolutely loved and like don't want anyone to borrow, so they're off limits to everybody. First book I have is I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. Lila Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Herring Blake. In 5 Years by Rebecca Surley. The First Phone Call from Heaven. This is the best Mitchell Bloom book ever. 1 and 2 to the Loveless series from Hannah Bird. The End and Then What's Left of Me. Be Placed by Emily Henry. November 9th by Colleen Hoover. This is my favorite Colleen Hoover book ever besides Verity. And Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. Next I have It Ends With Us by Miss Colleen Hoover. Next books are the Killing Stalking series. This is volume 1, volume 2, and volume 3 by Coogie. Next I have the Finley Donovan series. So we have book 1, Finley Donovan is Killing It. Finley Donovan Knocks Him Dead. And Finley Donovan Jumps the Gun. This is like one of my favorite series like ever to exist. Speaking of favorite series, I have the Inheritance Games by Miss Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is my favorite series to literally ever exist. We have the Inheritance Games, Hawthorne Legacy, and The Final Gambit. Next I have just some other favorite books. So I have Carrie Soto Is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, also by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is probably my favorite book ever. I have The Sanatorium by Sarah Pierce, and then the second book is The Retreat. This book is phenomenal. This is probably my favorite book to literally ever exist. I have Killers of a Certain Age by Deanna Rayborn. Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson, one of my favorite YA books ever. Cover Story by Suzanne Rigetti. Hidden Pictures by Jason, I don't know how to pronounce that. This book is so good, like wild. Perfect Child by Lucinda Berry. If you want something really fucked up that's gonna mess with your head, this is the one. I have 2 books from Sarah Penner. So I have The Lost Apothecary and The London Seance Society. Absolutely love this author. I have the world famous Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I do have the special edition, which I'm pumped about. This is one of my favorite fantasy series. So we have Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Lynn Tan and Heart of the Sun Warrior. Like, can we talk about these covers? Aren't they just beautiful? This is one of my all-time favorite books, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry. Victory Gallop by Sarah Ward, also one of my favorite books ever. And lastly, we have Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. I do have some overflow in my reading cart. Let's just go over these quickly. I have Still Life by Sarah Winman. The Ones We Burn by Rebecca Mix. Small Game by Blair Braverman. I have the special edition of Verity that has like an extra chapter. I've legit never read this. And these little books are just like date night ideas. I got them for my bridal shower. And here I have the My Heart is a Chainsaw and Don't Fear the Reaper by Stephen Graham Jones. I have They Both Die at the End and The First to Die by Adam Silvera. All right, really quickly, this is the bookshelf that's in my front room. The books on here are pretty much the books that I've either read or care to read, don't feel the need to keep. Like that bottom shelf in my reading room is the books that I absolutely have to keep. Whereas I go through what I read each month and I say, okay, I can let my friends borrow this or I just don't want it. That's what all of these books are. I've Take a Hint, Dani Brown, One Summer in Savannah, Same Time Next Summer, Una Out of Order, Neighbor Favor, Then She Was Gone, Verity, Mary Kay Andrews, The Santa Suit, that was really cute. This book right here, I love, and there's a second book that just came out, so I need to get that. This is a Merry Little Meet Cute. We have some random books here. Like I said, I'm not gonna go through all of these, but these are basically books that like my friends and family can borrow and keep, really. Just have a bunch of randomness on that shelf. Okay, I hope you enjoyed my bookshelf tour. I just want to give a quick shout out to today's video sponsor, which is Pair Eyewear. Want to check out their website or anything like that, you can use the link in my description box below. That discount code Lexi's Reading will also get you 15% off your first base frame. And yeah, thank you so much to Pair Eyewear for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so that concludes my bookshelf tour. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry there were so many words. I have a lot of books and I tried to be as brief as I could. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. And thanks for watching. Bye!